Okay, call the meeting to order of the Seymour Municipal Airport Authority, Monday, June 14th, 2025. We'll begin with a roll call.
Brian Thompson,
Here.
Scott Davis, Brandon Sunbury.
Here.
Ryan Williams.
Here.
Matt Lorenzo.
Here.
Colin Smith.
Here.
Morgan Bob. Here.
Thank you, Morgan. We have minutes were printed and distributed. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from last month's meeting?
I move that we approve the June board minutes.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carried. The FNS report.
All right, I'm up already.
Yeah,
Cool.
we don't waste any time here.
Okay, well, good evening, everyone. If you don't know who I am, I'm John Feister. I'm Aviation Production Manager with BFNS, and filling in for Paul Schaefer this evening. So, BFNS agenda is pretty light this month. I just have two things to update the board on. The first one is the T-Hanger project. The building contractor, Dunlop Construction, they are working on the state design release for the foundation and the building itself. So they have progress estimate 3 that they turned in for board action to consider. Progress estimate 3 covers just a portion of the general construction work, and like I said, that's for the foundation and building state design releases submittals. So it is in the amount of $5,660.40. So looking for motion to approve contractor progress estimate number 3.
I move that we approve contractor's progress estimate 3 in the amount of $56.60.
All right, thank you. Is there a
Second.
Any questions or discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
All right, fantastic. And then the other item is on the land release for the industrial land. It's still under FAA review. Paul last inquired on the status of that on June 12th. But as far as progress in that realm, our site department has been working with the industrial developer on the site layout and doing local utility coordination to find the best spot for the substation that doesn't impact your airspace.
Yeah, we had that meeting last week.
Mhm.
We had a meeting last week with all those, and we discussed substation locations and feed coming in and things like that. So we gave them a couple options on areas to choose from, and I think it's up to them to decide where they want to be on that. Do you know have they got anything decided yet on that north edge of soccer field?
Well, that seemed to be the spot that everyone kind of agreed to on the call. I wasn't personally on the call, that's what Paul reported to me. I think the other sticking point is that the power company's policy is they typically want to own the land. And you know, Paul was trying to let them know that if they want to do that, it's a lengthy process, so.
Yeah, well, I think we, can you fill you in on this idea that we had, that we do almost like what's a bridge agreement would be,
Lease to own type thing.
that would get us from where we are
Mhm.
to where they wanna be, and then they will own it.
Yeah.
Cause we're talking 8 acres, we're talking out from the center
Right.
here, and we don't usually wanna sell, but we're not gonna be losing much. Actually, the lease payment on 8 acres of farm ground isn't that much. And Colin and I have discussed a lot of maintenance upgrades we need done here on the airport that's kind of been pushed off. And if that goes through, we got an opportunity to really catch up with our maintenance on the airport, so.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good solution to not delay the project, but meet our company's requirements and help out the airport.
Perfect.
Yeah, those are the two things I have to update, so that's it for me.
1432, so we submitted the grant application.
Yes.
Usually we hear about that in October, no, or September.
You will, the grants will be issued before the end of the federal fiscal year, which is September 30th, so. We are starting to see some announcements come out. That just means the grant is announced. We haven't seen any discretionary grants offered yet, but we are starting to see them announced. This one does come up on our grant admin team's bi-weekly call with the FAA, and they've got everything they need, so there shouldn't be any issues.
It's still hard for me to actually believe that the bids came in what they did on that project.
Yeah, pretty competitive, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably in your August meeting, Paul will have action items to go ahead and award the contract and accept the grant pending its offer.
We don't want this in a slip to our fingers.
Right, right. That way we get the contractor under contract right away.
Perfect, yeah. Very good. other questions for John?
Right.
Thank you, thanks for making the trip down. Aviation fuel fund report.
As of today, there's $447,381.80 in the aviation fuel fund.
Alright, and the financial report.
Our income for the month of June was $95,928.53, with our expenses being $135,773.49. So our over-under was negative $39,844.96.
Good thing John came, you brought your billfold, right?
Fresh out. I spent it all on corn.
We go like this through the year, we're okay.
That did include the, maintenance equipment and, the second install of the fuel tank, right?
Mainly our Dunlap check
Okay.
was 63.
Okay, so that's getting us started on
Oh,
the
that
next.
one was 63, okay,
That's what's going on.
okay, perfect.
Fuel was, I cut that check July 1st, so.
Okay, next.
And that fuel farm check is from the fuel fund, too.
Correct.
Okay. Good, yeah. Time Turner's report.
So, thanks to Matt, we did get the updated lease, we got that taken care of. And then based on the actual, HVAC system, the furnace and the AC units in there, we are going to be doing kind of like a understanding of what type of facilities that they use and how much it's used and the necessities that's required in that type of building. So we'll go ahead and tomorrow and see the actual furnace and those such of processes. So we'll get that taken care of tomorrow.
As far as the AC system, that was deactivated by some thieves several years ago. They cut the compressor units loose, and one of them was missing and the other one, somebody must have scared them off. So as far as the AC system, there is none, and we haven't really missed it, so in agreement in reducing the cost. The furnace is necessary in the wintertime, of course,
So you'll need,
but AC's not
Okay.
necessary.
that's very important for us to know, thank you for that, so take that with you and talk to Tom about that.
Okay.
Make sure that he understands, and then we'll see what we can get you for something for efficiency, for usefulness for you, so we'll figure something out.
No problem on our end, so.
Good, thank you.
Yep.
Anything else going on that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, update on the fuel tank, you touched on that just a little bit, where are we at on the J tank and what's next?
Yeah, so we did put in the second installation of that cost for the fuel tank. The fuel tank was delivered, to the airport. It is here on the west side tarmac near Hangar Alpha. And then once we get a finalized plan, from, the company that's doing the painting and inspection and everything, then it'll be sent there. They will take care of all the transportation. They'll complete the full work and then bring it back to the airport.
And then we're already set.
Mhm.
Anything, what's the time frame on the, concrete work and the moving the fence and all that? Are you guys doing
They
that?
would actually,
Oh, they're
they
doing all
would,
that,
yeah,
okay,
we wanted, a single party, so,
Okay. No general contractor needed?
yeah, based on the cost of the project alone, it would have costed more if we had multiple companies doing the same project. And so,
Well, then you'd have to coordinate the time,
correct,
get this done before this starts, and, yeah.
yeah, so
Twice.
they'll actually take care of and incorporate the whole project itself.
Okay, next item is the Hangar A, Alpha renovation, how you on that?
So Hangar Alpha renovation, all the sidings, the gutters, and the foundation, was completely renovated. That was completed, and the running boards along the entire siding have also been completely replaced as well. So, based on that, just wanted to inform the board that that whole project has been completed.
Getting feedback from the pilot aircraft owners, so they,
Not yet,
Not yet.
completed minus the roof.
still waiting on the roof. We talked about that a little bit. I'd go ahead and give that report about the roof, what you've done.
Okay, so, we've actually gotten quite a few quotes, from Hangar Alpha to completely redo the roof. It's at its point where if we don't, we might lose the asset itself. So, what we're trying to do is completely replace the roof as well.
Just new vinyl back insulation and metal panels or what kind of?
Just all tin, protective,
Metal roof.
protective layer, limited seamless,
Probably replacing, there are some leaks, so probably some boards that are rotted. So we're gonna have to do some replacement of some roof supports also. So it's just kinda not been touched for a while and stuff. We had done, the roof's the most important thing.
Mhm.
You know, kind of about roofs, right?
Yeah, I was curious what we were doing.
right.
So anyway, the bids right now we're looking at is just, I think it's 26 gauge or 26 gauge
Mhm.
steel, pretty heavy steel. You got any input or ideas?
No, I wasn't sure how bad the condition was, if it was, if you were just coating it or. you know,
That's what we're
layer
looking at
or-
first.
Too far past the code.
We,
you said.
yeah, we were going to coat it, and then they realized it was just, it had been neglected just too long, so.
I would probably steer away from that, yeah.
Yeah, cause it'll last a lot longer now than, and you're done for a long time. But don't forget about this sometime in the future.
If you want, we could set up a time to go look at the roof itself, if you have any ideas or input, so.
Set it up,
That's for the last 5 years on the roofs, yeah.
Perfect, perfect.
good, well, thanks. Okay, anything else, any questions on Hangar Edge? Okay, someone's gotta step in for Scott here now.
I move for the client, signing claims receipt.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye? Nobody's, four opposed, okay, go ahead. I'll go around then. You guys, anything to ask or contribute?
I'm just curious about that tank.
Mhm.
Is it special containment, we have to add containment for that thing?
Yeah, so it'll be, we're gonna do the wall, extend the containment wall out,
Okay.
and then extend the fence out, so it'll be inside with the other two tanks. It's, you know, not what I had dreamed of, because it's a very different tank than those others. It's a much more common tank, actually, at most airports. When I fly in somewhere and fuel up, they'll mostly be this one, like what we're getting.
Mhm.
But it's the right place at the right price for us and the right need at this time, so it's gonna work. It just, gonna be two tanks alike and then one tank that's not alike.
Full fuel.
Yeah, right, it holds fuel, that's the main thing, right? And it's gonna make a lot different, I think, for our fuel truck too, filling our fuel truck up.
Correct.
We spent a lot of time in the past and we'll be able to do that a lot better.
Yeah,
Efficiency.
so usually it takes about three hours or so, to fill up the fuel tank, based on the truck itself. And this tank would probably be able to offload within, half an hour. So, and we wouldn't have to shut down the pumps, while we're doing it, because it'll be isolated.
So if somebody comes up and wants to run them, you can still do two things at once and a half, so. There's a lot of assets, I mean, Colin can buy fuel at different stages now, having to wait till the tank's a certain amount, then you gotta have it within a week or 5 days.
Mhm.
So now
Can-
we'll be able to,
I have more leeway based on when I want to buy the fuel, because, the prices alter every single week. And then also, we pay to have the fuel actually offloaded from the fuel truck when it's delivered, because we don't have a pump. And so that pump is extra cost, and with this new tank, we wouldn't have to pay that extra money for the pump, so.
how much is that a load? You have any idea?
It goes by price per gallon.
Uh-huh.
So,
It ends up being a few $100s.
yeah, I would say it's probably about three to 400
Okay,
per load.
Oh.
And we go through quite a few loads.
another benefit.
Did we decide that these level together?
No,
They
so
came
they got,
together.
talk to him on that, cause they did get that figured out. We couldn't end up doing that.
Yeah, so we weren't allowed to plumb them together and have it gravity. And so we're actually going to plumb them still together, but there will be, levers that have to be installed to make sure each tank is, you know,
Individual.
isolated, correct.
So it'll be one tank or the other tank, it won't be left, right, but no both.
Mhm.
Just, and mainly because of the construction of the tanks again.
Right.
Okay,
Anything else?
Colin, is that all, you wanna go through your,
So,
Yeah, this is
first,
cool, too.
first off, I have the, 2025 quarter two report. I will be reading every single word off. No, I'm kidding. So, this is for you
so
guys.
much for your plan.
Yeah, this is for you guys to take home. These are the four main objectives that we've done, through quarter two, and then obviously our mission statement on the back as well. Then for the timeline, this is the Chicago ADO key dates, which is the, airport district office, that we report to with NDOT as well. And so this timeline actually gives you specific times during the year of, you know, important aspects within the aeronautical events and grants and affiliations such as that.
Did you see this, John?
Oh, I'm very familiar with that.
So it's
one.
kinda like,
Yep.
it's kinda like an airspace chart in the manual, right? Like, okay, altitudes and, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I make the grant admin team memorize that.
You like this better, or you like that better?
I don't like that one.
So you color it with pencil and then you have them fill in the blanks?
Yeah, well, I just need the FAA to fall down.
Right.
Now we've reached the heart of the issue, okay,
Right.
I noticed there's a little, like a sensitive spot there. Thanks for coming out with the truth, we appreciate the truth there.
And then finally, the up-to-date for the airport authority. So first of all, the fuel farm and jet truck. So our fuel master is needing upgraded. So we're trying to work on that. But we are still selling fuel at the fuel farm with no problem.
Is that an update, computer-wise update, or mechanical?
It's a bit
My
of both.
computer, since the internet and
Yeah.
a lot,
Okay.
Artie's gonna help me with it, we got a date later this week,
Take a look at the
try to,
project.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
So yeah, Barty's been
gotta get him on the payroll.
Barty's been a huge help this past 2 weeks at least.
What do you call your position, IT?
Yes.
Your
There you
IT,
Because-
There you go,
part-time, PT,
Yeah.
IT,
He's been
part-time IT?
he's been
retired IT, yeah.
Put his office, let's give him an office,
Oh, yeah,
let's give it to him, yeah.
maybe we have to work something out here, that's what I was
Right.
thinking about, yeah. Retainer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Then, for military, the Kentucky 123rd, they completed operations and are still buying fuel. So they conducted one operation this past month and a few operations are scheduled for this coming month. The US Army, has contacted me with possible operation dates scheduled this coming month and the month after. And then the Indiana and Ohio National Guards completed operations, that was one operation this past month. The aviation update, so there's no update completed by NDOT or the FAA. We did recently receive a notice about, notice to airmen, also called as NOTAMs. So that was a little bitty update, but nothing too different. We take care of that. And, obviously this timeline with the yearly dates. And the airport projects, so the airport gating, so I am currently receiving quotes, and the last month's questions were answered, so that includes, we are able to get it chain linked and rollered, on the access points. They will have, keypads as well as, fobs, so people can insert their own code and have fobs to swipe it open. And they will be able to be put in within 2 to 3 weeks at any point in time of the year. So I did contact, I have a couple meetings, not this week, but next week, with some people that are wanting to put in more quotes as well. And then there was one thing else, they will all be remotely capable. So, I could be in, North Carolina and have access to it and open up the gates if somebody needed through. So that's extremely beneficial instead of having someone having to be on site.
How many gates is it gonna be altogether?
Be 5,
5, okay.
because we wanted, the certain section, I believe, remaining open until further notice.
Okay.
And then Oshkosh, we are getting ready for the event, and that is starting on Thursday. And so we'll be discussing fuel and, seeing how many sandwiches Morgan can make.
All of them, every single one.
Right. And
Appreciate that,
that should be
Morgan.
everything.
Yeah, piece of cake.
Okay, any questions?
I make pizzas all the time. It's
There
even
you go.
season.
Yeah, well, do we wanna convert it to pizzas? That'd be even bring in
Good.
more.
Yes,
Have
sure.
to have the oven, we gotta get an oven, but anyway, think about that for next year, it's too late now.
There's an oven upstairs.
There is?
There's a stove. If you want stove.
Okay, I'll think about it. Morgan, did you have anything?
Okay, thanks.
Matt?
On Friday, I talked to Brett Hayes about the J.C.'s building.
Yeah.
He said that the buyer has everything out of it that he wants. So Brett is ready to quit claim deed that building back to the airport. And he said if the airport just intends on tearing it down, there's just a sprinkler valve that's expensive that he would like to take out. So
That wouldn't go with the building? I mean.
but if we're gonna tear it down, is
No.
what depends what
Yeah, we might want it too. Oh. Like,
Corporate hanger sprinkler.
I say probably no. If it's in the building and part of the building, we probably will appreciate the heads up, but we'll probably take it out ourselves.
We appreciate the heads up.
Yeah, all right. That's what I said. I thought about that now. Oh, well. About the, let's see, what was I gonna ask you about? Nope, I took care of everything I had, yeah, I'm good. Okay, anything from anyone else? Larry, you're silent?
Nothing, thanks.
Okay,
I move we adjourn.
is there a second?
Second.
We adjourn, well, that's almost a record.
Close, but.
22.
Oh.
That's second.
What did we do, 18 or 17?
18 minutes.